mAgri program has actually been run within the GSMA Development Fund for a number of years now. What we're starting to see in the next few years is really the expansion of the program and taking it into many more countries and many more iterations. It's a hugely beneficial program that can really help improve food security, economic and business benefits within those countries, as well as providing a real valuable service for mobile operators to expand into rural markets. It's critical we understand what rural farmers and rural populations want, and agricultural information is absolutely a key part of that.
Agriculture is becoming a very exciting, if new, part of the mobile industry. What we do know is that for the vast majority of base of pyramid mobile subscribers, they make or lose most of their money in the agricultural sector. That's because agriculture is the vocation for the vast majority of the subscribers in countries like India and Ghana.
IFFCO Kisan Sanchar Limited, it's a joint venture company between IFFCO, Indian Farmers Fertilizer Cooperative Limited, the biggest fertilizer producing unit in the world in the cooperative sector, and Bharti Airtel, the biggest telecom service provider in the country. It has been scaled to 18 states and 10 different languages. We have 3 million people who are the revenue earning customers, and 1 million farmers are there who are in the listening universe. They are actively listening to our voice messages. It is to say that the mobile phone is not a tool for communication only, but it can be transformed into a powerhouse of knowledge. This model of IKSL is having the features accessibility, replicability, and sustainability.
Nokia has an aspiration to connect people with what is important and vital to them. And as a part of that philosophy, we moved in to come out and build an information service which caters to people who do not have affordability or the means or access to get to data on phones, but just would remain with talk and text on phones. We went ahead launching Nokia Life 2 years ago in India, and then expanded to China, Indonesia, and Nigeria. As on date, we have crossed 50 million users in these 4 countries. There are a lot of farmers who are switching crops in the past few years, looking at new crops, and they do not have a lot of information of how to grow these new crops. That is the need which we aspire to solve. Yesterday, we launched the new version of Nokia Life, which is the Nokia Life with interactions. So what we offer now will be the ability of the farmer to be able to share the information which he receives with the people in his phone book, be able to click a button and be able to talk to experts, and be able to participate in polls and engagements and interact with the other farmers who are interested in the same crop or from the same region or from the same state, right? So we are in the journey of moving the farmer into the information economy.
The basic value proposition: can you improve the revenue of smallholder farmers in Africa through delivery of information over SMS? And I think that the answer is yes. More or less about 90% of the farmers that I speak to tell me that they have got a benefit from this, and it can be substantial. Our challenge has been to scale it. We're still only at about 10 to 20,000 users in Ghana. So voice, setting up a call center, we're about to do that. We're going to partner with one of the leading mobile operators in Ghana. What we have discovered as we've gone through this journey is that if you build the platform for your own content delivery, you can also license that to business clients that are interested in using the same technology to manage and reach their stakeholders in their supply chain. You bring these products to market, and the market tells you something completely different in terms of what it's really wanting to use it for.
As you know, Orange has a large footprint in Africa and Middle East, and we have more or less 69 millions of customers. But mainly, the most part of these customers are urban customers. We want to develop our rural coverage and our presence in mobile agriculture. There is more or less between 60 and 70% of the population who is in rural areas and in agriculture activity. We think that we can build new services by partnership. We are not specialists of agriculture. We are specialists of mobile, and we need to develop partnerships with people who are in charge of this activity.
Just wanted to share some of the findings and what we found as some of the opportunities from a joint report we call Connected Agriculture, which was written by Accenture, Vodafone and Oxfam. We saw that 138 billion potential uplift in 2020 is the opportunity if some of these issues are addressed. There is a significant opportunity there, and I think a lot of it is going to come in terms of identifying the right business models, sustainable business models. I think operators are very well positioned to do this in terms of they're multi-country, they have long-term licensing deals, they have retail outlets and a trusted relationship typically with the customers. So I see a real opportunity for operators to drive the ecosystem.
There's a clear opportunity here to create services for this sector, and one where these farmers can potentially get a return on their investment by buying these services, and what we are hoping to ultimately uplift their income. We're still at quite an early and nascent stage, and there are a number of challenges that we see for the industry. We're obviously working with a segment of customers who are very, very price sensitive, so trying to invest in these services and make them available on the market at a price point which are attractive to our end users. We see a lot of potential and obviously a lot of early evidence that farmers can be impacted by these services, and that there is a very strong commercial model here for mobile operators. But we are still at the early stages, so I'm very excited to see the next few years as we see many, many more services go into the market and we can start to learn from each other. So thank you all very much for joining us today.